If we're finished, Scott, will we move on to the new Pablo Larraín film?
Yes, that being Emma, and as much as I liked the last of his films, What I Done Saw, Neruda, I've not tracked down any of his other work. I'd like to say it's because I'd fear they'd be more like Postmortem, the other significantly less enjoyable film of his that I've seen, but it is in reality simply my abject laziness, which is the root of so many of my evils. Still, I was glad to see that you put this selection in front of me, Drew, although I knew nothing about the contents of it. And to be honest, I think that's absolutely the best way to approach this film. So consider this as forewarning, as even the most superficial recap will, I think, ruin this film. It's not that there's any major twists or turns in this film, but the structure of this film, for me, is its genius. And the way that it unfolds, for me, was the most enjoyable thing about it. So the best analogy I can think of would be that if the story of our lead character, the spirited dancer Emma, played by Mariana Di Girolamo, was a miniseries, then this film is episodes 3, 4 and 5 of that miniseries. And the details of the earlier events, they're not hidden from you, but you'll have to reconstruct them from the organic mentions of it as the story progresses. And also, I suppose, you'll have to write your own ending to the story, as well. This has the sense of an ending and is structured accordingly. It's also plainly a state of affairs that's going to break apart just after the credits roll. So, to roll this up into a sentence, while also not telling you very much that's not obvious in the first 5 minutes, Emma is in a tempestuous relationship with her choreographer, Gael Garcia Bernal's Gaston, the most common flashpoint being the dealing with the fallout of returning their adopted son Pollo to the system. Polo, not Pollo.
It's not a chicken.
It's not a chicken. Pollo Feliz, delicious. Polo to the system after he proved to be a bit of a handful, a decision that Emma now greatly regrets and now seeks to rectify by any means necessary. And I think that'll do you, to be honest. This is not a film that's overly dependent on the plot's through line anyway, as that's as much tied up with Emma's character as it is her actions. And what a character she is. Forceful, driven, seductive, manipulative, a femme fatale, particularly given her occasional flamethrower wielding, which in retrospect was certainly something that Neruda was missing. It's a really well-crafted film. Larraín's and co-writers Guillermo Calderón and Alejandro Moreno's parts, and one that credits its audience with a modicum of intelligence and assumes that they will be paying attention to it, which I kind of despair of having to laud as a positive point, but there's so many films that don't, you kind of have to take what you can. So the supporting cast are entirely on point, although it's Bernal and particularly Di Girolamo that deserve the plaudits for making this film a very captivating experience that I recommend incredibly highly. Really enjoy this one. As I say, it's incredibly well structured. There's not really, in retrospect, a great deal to it. If you were going to recap the whole plot by plot events, you'd get through it pretty quickly. But just the way this all unfolds and seeing exactly what's going on, working out what's going on in Emma's mind, made for a really, really enjoyable watch, and I heartily enjoyed all of this. So yes, definitely get this on your to watch lists.
I have for a while now wanted to go back to Postmortem because
you love barricades.
Yes, because I love barricades and Brown. Because
but I know what you mean. It's like, are we just missing something? Because these two ones have been great. So
yes, the other Larraín films I've seen they've not all been great. I've not seen all of his stuff yet, but I've seen a lot. No, with Gael Garcia Bernal, for instance. Undecided on that at the moment, actually. It's another one I need to rewatch. But Jackie's a weird film. It's weirdly sterile, but I kind of think that's the point too. It's like that's her kind of encapsulated life inside the White House and after JFK's assassination and stuff. But fairly comfortably the best Natalie Portman performance I've ever seen.
Right.
And yeah, Neruda was my film of the year that year. 2016, I came out. I love Neruda. So this is why I wanted to watch this for this episode, because I've been waiting for it to come out for ages. It's only just recently become available for download and stuff. And I'll watch Gael Garcia Bernal in anything. Sounds like you actually like this more than me, Scott, which is a surprise. I mean, and I really liked it, but it sounds like you really liked it. It's so weird that central character is just captivating.
Yeah.
I don't like her in the least. But,
no, not. For a while there's been a number of films over the past few months where we said, "Oh, I don't like any of the characters in this, and therefore this film is boring." And this is again, here's one: you're not going to like the central character of this film, but you're going to be interested in what she's doing. I'm going to guarantee that. We'll guarantee that much.
Yeah, she's. I think there's probably a fairly good chance she's bipolar. But there's a lot else going on with that character as well. Very striking looking too, to be in the middle of Valparaiso with that bleached blonde hair and very, very pale skin. She really stands out. Just really visually interesting film. I'm sure there's lots can be read into the different colour, monochromatic colour filters and various scenes too. I'll go back and I'll think some more about those. It's just, she's a captivating character, and everybody around her is brilliant as well. And again, I really, really like Gael Garcia Bernal. She's just she's a force of nature.
Yeah.
And there are some kind of narrative leaps that actually get filled in later. I'm wondering, how does she know where this boy is now?
Yeah.
And then also I'm wondering why she was doing what she was doing to these people. And then she explains later on why. But at the same time thinking, but I know as soon as the credits end, this is all going to fall apart.
Yeah.
Right? In the next episode, as you say, Scott. But I'm like, how did they even get this far? Yeah. It's just the force of her personality is causing this to go on, and that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's the point about 2/3 of the way through, it's like, well, I'm just going to shag everybody now. And it does, because, well, why not?
Seems to be working for her.
Yeah, it's like, she says to seduce one or two people, and then it's like, nah, everybody. Everybody I've ever met, every character you've seen in this film that isn't a child or related to her, basically, why not? Fair game. It's I mean, you may have a point, Scott, that it's probably best to go into this film not knowing much. So maybe I should just stop there. It comes highly recommended from us both by the sounds of it.
Absolutely, yes.
Yes, so, and I've been looking forward to this for a long time, and I'm glad that this wasn't a film that disappointed me.
Very good, very good.